So, Mike, I can see that Maikla Landija is open for business. Are you?
Well, ironically, we're shut at the moment, but we will be open at 11 o'clock. And I'm open for business, and as you can see, I'm wearing one of our wonderful baseball caps.
Yeah.
And the Brexit kiosk is certainly open for business because Theresa May says Britain is ironically open for business. So that's where the title of the exhibition comes from, is Britain is open for business, even though we are actually shutting our doors on the EU.
As you mentioned the word ironically quite a few times, it means that most likely you voted stay, right?
I voted to remain. Yeah, because my parents are Irish, so they came over to Britain in the late 1950s, so to work, to make better lives for themselves. And so why? I haven't got the right to say no to other people. No to Latvians, no to Estonians or Lithuanians. I haven't got the right to say that to, you know. So yeah, we're here, and it's a kind of, it's like, you know, I'm not here most of the time. My kiosk assistants, George and Michael, are here. And so, you know, people start to talk about Brexit, and it's interesting. Quite a lot of angry Latvians who, especially men, who at first think it's it's a literal kind of, we're poking fun, but we're not. So.
Okay. Can you maybe tell us more about the concept?
Yeah. So this is a former Soviet kiosk. It was just actually literally there on that corner.
Yeah.
And I think it used to take money for the car parking, and it was very dilapidated, and we've spruced it up. So, you know, we put this sign on, we obviously, you know, we painted in Union Jack colours, we put glass in, you know, it's got it's like a proper kiosk.
Yes.
And we've got flags, and yeah, so it looks like it's just landed from outer space in a way.
Okay. So, anyways, you are a renowned, worldwide popular artist.
Oh, thank you.
You're in Tate in Met, right?
I am, yes.
Yeah, and now you're in Riga, and your art is in Riga. And as I understood that it's not just your first visit here, but you came and you.
I came several times, yes.
Okay.
Because when they said to me, well, why don't you do something in a kiosk?
Yeah.
And I said, well, I don't do things in kiosks. And then over the weekend, I had this revelation. I would make this Brexit kiosk, and we would sell British products to Latvians and to other people.
Well, we are honoured you are here, but
Thank
what
you.
do you come to Riga?
Sorry?
What brought you to Riga?
Well, the Riga Biennale, that's what brought me here. So I'm an artist, and
Yes.
I come to make art. And it's over 100 artists are part of the Riga Biennale, and this is my contribution. I think I'm the only British artist, and
really?
so this is my contribution.
Okay, let's go closer maybe to the kiosk, and you can tell what we can find here.
Okay, well, you know, we've got, I don't know if you want to cover these sex toys.
Oh, okay.
Harry and Meghan sex toys, but they're not for sale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not for sale, but sadly, no matter how much you offered us, we would have to decline. We've got hard Brexit condoms.
Okay.
Yeah, like they're 12 a pack. I can't remember how much they are off the top of my head.
Okay.
And we have kind of Brexit mugs. We've got British PG tips, or we have Yorkshire tea, or we've got Mr. Kipling's. This is all kind of food from the 1970s. This is all my associations of Mr. Kipling and things. So all that kind of food is like from the 1970s.
So it's like a proper British food.
Oh yeah, it's proper British food, and we have like waste bins where this chap is throwing sign of the EU into a bin. So we have lots of things for sale, and if you come around this way, then we have all this kind of wonderful. This is like a Latvian child bought this, and I think she thought it was sweets, but it's not. It's a cereal. I told her you've got to put milk with it, and she thought she could eat the whole thing just like that.
Okay.
But I told her you've got to put milk in with it. It's a cereal. So we have like tin spam, haggis.
You can't get haggis anywhere except for this little
For this
shop.
kiosk, for this whole of Riga, probably the whole Baltic states. This is the only place. If anyone's feeling like any British people feeling slightly homesick, they should come to us. We have Marmite, Bovril, Lee Perrins, Worcester sauce. We've got hobnobs, golden shred. This is proving very popular. Iron brew. That's that's the most popular drink in Scotland. Beyond Coca, it's more popular than Coca-Cola. So that's why we haven't got many cans of it left.
Okay.
And we have like Walker's Crisps, Monster Munch.
Yeah, you call them crisps, right?
We call them crisps, yeah. What do you call them?
Chips.
Oh, chips, okay. No, we crisps.
Yeah, chips for you, this little pieces
chips
of potato.
Potato. And then if you come around this way, so we have Mr. Kipling, Jammy Dodgers, Hula Hoops, Love Hearts. They've got heart shapes and they've got little expressions on them. And then we have kind of things, and then we have like tabloid newspapers with kind of, they talk about like Queen backs Brexit, get Britain. So it's like a lot of tabloid rhetoric, like anti-EU rhetoric. And then we have some foreign newspapers like covering what happened after we left, leaving. And normally we have music. I've got like 42 hours of British music as well playing. Yeah.
Okay, so this kiosk speaks about Brexit, about this situation, but are there also some hinted little notes for stayers, not just Brexiteers, but stayers?
we have got like tea towels that say Brexit, so there's like things like that as well. Yeah, so we have, it looks like we are leavers, but actually we're remainers really, but we're just kind of poking fun at the leavers and the idea that this little country can go out on its own. That people have this overinflated idea of Britain and its states in the world, and this, they never really wanted to be part of the EU, but they find it want to. We don't mind trading. That's what they want to do, trade, but they don't want anything else.
Yeah.
So they want to trade. Like we joined the common market 30 years ago, and obviously the EU's it's changed completely from 30 years ago to today. But and so it is just our own visions of ourselves really, and of the future. And I think part of the reason we voted to leave because we were scared. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this little sign that we're looking for new
trading partners. Yeah, we're looking for
yeah.
trading partners. So so it is kind of poking fun at that idea of, we say we're doing one thing, we're looking for, open up new channels of business and trade, but actually we're not. We're doing the reverse, because obviously the EU are our main trading body. We trade. That's what we do most of our trade with.
So mainly your art is about social issues, political issues.
I can
try to be involved.
Yeah, I destroyed all my worldly belongings.
Yes.
Back in 2001. So.
I watched the documentary about it.
So, and it was like because I talk about consumerism being the number one ideology of our time. So I wanted to take that apart, literally, and see why people found it so attractive. So I did that by literally destroying all my worldly belongings in front of people.
Well, I was thinking quite a lot afterwards. Could I be able to do that?
Well, I think that's what people thought. Yeah, and it's. Yeah, they didn't have to do it, but I think that's what people thought. They looked in the trays or whatever, and they kind of thought, well, what do I think is precious in my life as well? Right. What is the thing I would run into a blazing house to grab?
Can I ask you one thing? What was the aftertaste on the morning after, when everything was done, like those 2 weeks were passed, and there was this one moment, there was nothing, you woke up.
I had a hangover, first of all, and it's like witnessing my own death in a way. Yeah. Well, it was the happiest 2 weeks of my life, but also at the same time it was like witnessing my own death, because obviously people I hadn't seen for years came along, and my mother cried, so then I thought, the only reason I'd see those people is if I was dead. So then I thought, it's like my funeral.
And then there was
of sorts.
Then you could create your new life out of.
And slowly, but I didn't need all that stuff that I had before. Yeah, because I hadn't thought about it. I just had all this stuff, and then suddenly it was like I had 7,227 items because I made a list.
Yeah.
And then so once I disposed of that, I didn't feel the need to just go out shopping again.
You already saw probably biennale here in Riga. What's your impression about art life in our capital?
That's a hard question. I think Riga just seems a very pleasant place to be. It's like very civilized, and I really like it. I like places where you can walk to and you can actually get to places by foot. So I found the whole experience and my experience of working with the Biennale a very good and enriching one.
Is there something you saw in Riga that inspired you? Maybe I should go back and do something.
I really liked your Museum of Occupation.
Oh.
Yeah, so in town I really liked like reading all the stories about breaking away from the Soviet Union and the people holding hands, and I found that very inspiring, and all the signs and just everybody kind of getting together as a collective and blocking all the roads off. I found that really inspiring, actually. So that's something I would like to come back to and do something about. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Michael, for your time, and I hope that you will come back. Really.
I will definitely come back. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.